The debate surrounding Munetaka Murakami's inevitable posting to Major League Baseball isn't just about his performance. It's about timing, context, and the historical failures of those who came before him.
Shadar, the consensus forming across the professional baseball landscape is that Murakami, the prodigious slugger, would be the first true Japanese home run champion in his absolute prime to take the leap across the Pacific. Consider the historical context. When former star hitters like Kosuke Fukudome, Norihiro Nakamura, hoặc Yoshitomo Tsusugo made their transition, they were fundamentally battling the relentless decay of age.
Their movement coincided with the timing of decline, a predictable softening of bat speed and reaction time that is unavoidable in the careers of long-term power hitters.
These players, while great, were already past their generational peaks.
Then there is the comparison to Hideki Matsui, the gold standard of Japanese position players in the MLB.
Seda, while Matsui delivered immense power, his true profile was that of an elite average hitter, a high OBP middle-distance threat who happened to hit home runs, not a quintessential slugger in the mold of Murakami.
Seiya Suzuki, the most recent successful transition, fits closer to the Matsui profile, a pure, consistent hitter.
This is why Murakami represents a wholly unique proposition. He is the player NPB recognizes as the dominant, generational power threat, attempting the move without the mitigating factor of age-related erosion.
The underlying theory is that previous long ball hitters failed not due to a lack of power, but often due to deep-seated mechanical flaws that were exposed by superior MLB pitching, the infamous batting stance failure.
If that holds true, the success of a true slugging maestro like Murakami will dictate how Japanese power is viewed globally. There is, however, an immediate undercurrent of cynicism from the online baseball intelligentsia.
Skedar. Some argue that they already see signs of decline in his recent performance following his historic 2022 Triple Crown campaign.
The pressure facing Murakami is already immense, made all the more intense by the specter of Shohei Ohtani, who has become the impossible benchmark for all Japanese players.
Sheda, the Triple Crown winner, were to fail, the shock to the Japanese baseball world would be cataclysmic. If he struggles, however, many are ready to say, "I told you so."
The cynical view is that numbers earned in the shallow pond of NPB are inherently inflated, carrying less value once subjected to the scrutiny of the majors. Their target is simple: can he survive?
Yet, when factoring in timing, Murakami's moment is objectively better than anyone who has come before.
Going at age ham in hand, Hamilton 3, as Ohtani did, might be too young for a pure hitter to fully mature their approach and power stroke. Going past 30 is too late.
Murakami's window, likely between 25 and 27 upon his eventual posting, which we anticipate could be as early as 2026, is the sweet spot.
He avoids the too young label and circumvents the too old decline, allowing him to debut when his physical peak aligns with his competitive maturity.
Skidar. The forum chatter is quick to point out that despite this opportune timing, there's a strange narrative developing in Japan. Some corners of the media, perhaps desperate for a narrative, are quick to declare any domestic player's success as greater than Ohtani.
Shada, if Murakami manages to hit 25 home runs in his debut season, you can guarantee segments of the press will attempt to elevate him to this impossible status, further compounding the pressure.
This transition also touches upon the ongoing debate about the baseballs used in Japan.
Sheda.
made up as some have hypothesized, the current NPB ball is a dead ball, then Murakami's power is genuinely terrifying and based purely on strength. But if the opposite is true, then his numbers are inflated.
Crucially, Murakami's profile is that of a high strikeout slugger. Sheda. The balls don't fly as far in the measures, and the velocity and movement are more severe. His weakness, the propensity for the swing and miss, could be brutally exposed.
One persistent factor used to discount his production is the Jingu discount. Jingu Stadium, the home of the Yakult Swallows, is notoriously hitter-friendly.
Pundits often argue that Murakami's numbers must be viewed with a significant discount, sometimes as much as 10 to 20%, due to the favorable conditions.
Under that metric, his adjusted value might even fall below that of Seiya Suzuki. Sheda. This highlights the challenge. Murakami has to prove his power is global, not just geographical.
Shedar. The potentially other premier NPB sluggers like Kazuma Okamoto failed to establish themselves. The path for future Japanese power hitters will likely close for a generation. The stakes in 2026 are that high.
Ohtani remains the cosmic outlier, the alien entity against whom no one can truly be compared. But Murakami is the most exciting hitting commodity since Ohtani made his debut.
We are all watching, waiting to see if NPB certified slugger can translate his dominance. His eventual performance will not just define his career, it will set the standard for every Japanese position player to follow.
His success demands simple, undeniable results that translate across continents.